If you were to do a Google search of Sega Classics, you would be inundated with these pictures. But today, we are not talking about those. We are talking about the original Sega Mega Drive Sega Classics line available in Australia. Welcome to the first episode of Region Locked. Sega Classics were introduced in a time when video game prices in Australia were extremely high. In order to make new release games available to Sega fans around Australia, Sega Ozisoft adopted a two-prong approach. They would release games for retail, but they would also release games available for rental. Once the production values went down, Sega would re-release these games in the Sega Classics line at a much more affordable price, starting from $29.95. The Sega Classics line was extremely popular and successful in Australia. Many games that were beloved to Sega fans like myself would see a re-release later in its life cycle with the Sega Classics sticker. That brings us to one of my favourite Australian exclusive Sega lines, known as Sega Classics Double Packs. This was an absolutely epic deal. 2 games packed into one package for an extremely affordable price. They were released in VHS style cases, which reduced the production cost, packaging 2 games in one case. That also reduced the amount of logistics and transportation costs. There are a number of wave releases related to the Sega Double Pack line. Unfortunately, due to lack of digital information, there is very little information out there about the timing of these releases, the order in which they were released for, and the retail prices at that time. I did manage to find a little snippet of information thanks to the Gamesmen Old Catalogs system available on their website. If you have not seen these old catalogs, I highly recommend you check them out. The first instance I could find of release year and prices for double packs was from the Gamesman Autumn 1995 catalog on pages 27, which had 3 Master System double pack titles listed at $69.95. These were Mortal Kombat and Wolf Child, Road Rash and Asterix, Jungle Book and Jurassic Park. It makes sense that the Master System would be the first one to see double pack releases, as at this time the Mega Drive had been out for 5 years. So by releasing these affordable game packs, it extended the life of the Master System for those who hadn't upgraded to the Mega Drive yet. But also, as most of you will know, the Mega Drive was backwards compatible with an adapter that allowed you to play Master System games, so it allowed them to clear out old stock. I was still rocking the Master System back in 1995, as a lot of other people were back then. The first reference I could find to a Mega Drive double pack instance was from the Gamesman Winter Catalog of 1996, which had 2 double packs listed. They were Combat Cars and World Cup, and the Jungle Book Columns double pack. Each were available for $79.95 per pack. At this time, the Sony PlayStation and Saturn had at least been out for a year. So once again, it makes sense for these to be available at the end of a life cycle to give life to the Mega Drive for as long as possible. By Christmas 1997, double packs were on clearance at the Gamesman. The most expensive one I could find was for $39.95 for the 2 games. That was for X-Men and Space Harrier 2. There is very little information about the wave time releases for each of the double packs. However, there are 3 main variations that determine where they are in the life cycle of the releases. The Mega Drive would see 3 release waves. Defining the difference can be found on the front covers of the VHS cases. The first release wave of games is defined by having a 2D double pack text on the front cover of the game. Release 2 and 3 have double pack in 3D text writing. There are a slight variation in the color between the 3D release for the second wave and the third wave that defines the difference between the two. So now let's talk about completeness with these double packs. These games obviously came with the slipcover, the VHS case, but within the case itself, there was 2 manuals, one for each game, but also there were clips that would keep the games from moving around in the VHS case. There are 2 types of clip system users. One is very similar to the standard release, which is obviously the plastic clips that keep them from moving around. Another one is a cardboard insert. For the most part, the manuals were the landscape style fold out manuals that you would see in any Ozisoft release game, differing from the European one, which are normally thicker, larger, and have multiple language options in there. The exception to this rule is third-party release games that would see a double pack release, like Bubsy, which was manufactured not by Sega Ozisoft, but by a third party. They are generally a lot rarer than their standard release counterparts for each of the games. There is different levels of rarity also within the double pack line. There are common ones that generally go for between $70 to $100, such as the Sonic 3 and Mega Games one, and then there are extremely rare ones. The Master System ones themselves can go up towards $1,000. So, should you be collecting Sega double packs? It depends. If you're looking to go for a large Mega Drive collection, I would not be focusing on these double packs because they will set you back a pretty penny. If you're interested in subsets, so collecting small groups of games within a platform, then yes, collecting double packs could be for you. You're just going to have to expect that you're going to have to pay top dollar in order to add these to your collection, and as they are Australian exclusives, they are in high demand internationally as well, and Australia is the only place you can get them. So you're competing with international collectors as well. Thank you for watching my brief and introduction into Sega Classics double pack line. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notifications when my partner and I put out content, and comment. Do you collect Sega double packs, or what subset for a platform do you collect? Always interested to find out what other people collect and why. I'd lastly like to say thank you for watching, and until next time, catch you later, YouTube.